How do I become better at conversing? It's totally normal to feel that way. Social interactions can be awkward sometimes, especially when you're caught off guard. It might help to practice small talk or prepare a few go-to responses for these situations. Remember, everyone has moments like this, and most people won't think too much about it. Just be kind to yourself and use these experiences to improve gradually. When stuck, remember Ford family, occupation, recreation, dreams. These are safe topics for small talk. Any fun holiday plans with your family? A retail job will force it up on you. Eye contact nodding equals pro-conversationalist. There's this game called VR-Chat, and there's a world called No Time to Talk, where you get 2 minutes to talk to various strangers, then join a huge space to all hang out together. It is not for dating, just meeting new PPLS, and it's much better than Omegle or other stranger talking apps. BC you won't really get flashed. The whole game has been recorded for helping social anxiety and interactions. 3 You just have to find the right crowd. Also, maybe go to events, Earl? I've been going to raves lately, and I've met a lot of cool PPL concerts. Other events you have to learn to approach PPL though. The worst that can happen is you won't talk again. A great way to connect with people is to practice being vulnerable and offering some part of yourself to help them feel like they are getting to know you and showing them it's okay for them to share, too. So if they say they are having dinner with friends this weekend, you can say something like you enjoy being around friends, but maybe you don't like larger dinners, because it's hard to hear people talk or it's hard for you to chew your food and talk with people at the same time. You're offering personal details on top of something more impersonal, and that gives them a sense of who you are and what you like and dislike. Offering those personal details makes you seem like you won't judge them, and it gives them something to ask you more questions about. Rather than judging you, your vulnerability makes it easier for others to like you since you will seem more real and relatable. I also echo what others have said about being interested in other people and curious about what they like. Ask open-ended questions that don't have a one-word answer. Like if they got back from vacation, you could ask what their favorite picture they took was and ask them to show it to you, or ask what their favorite memory from that trip was. You know that thing in the back of your head saying don't say that people will notice or pick on me? Ignore that feeling. Trust me, I used to be the quiet kid in school. I'm 26 now am outgoing for the most part. Try to find some buddies to rant and talk about your interest with them, get you involved into the conversation. I know it seems outlandish to talk in a group of people, but sometimes that break is what you need to show yourself to the world. Trust me bro, you will be accepted if you can be too lol. Side note, people like me usually tend to get attachment issues because earlier in life we didn't have anyone, so we don't want to lose those new people in our lives. Don't let that cloud your judgment on people. Some people in this world are bad. Don't sweat it too much. Conversing gets easier with practice. Try asking questions back or making small comments about the topic. It's all about keeping the flow going. You got this. For me, it's maintaining attention in groups. Listen. Practice is the main thing, being around and seeing people interacting. If you want direction, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's old and dated, but the fundamentals hold. It's a growing experience to become better at it. It will help you when you find someone else that does the same thing and you help them instead of thinking they are weird. It's like being nervous. When you understand that others are also nervous when talking to you, you can understand this and help them through it. This in turn will help you overcome your own nervousness. How to Talk to Anyone by Larry Kinks. Use Ford. People will always have something to say. Ask about family, occupation, recreation, dreams, recreation, or what do you do for fun. Dreams are like dream vacation, job, hopes and dream. People will talk to you. Practice. I'm a big fan of scripts for casual interactions like this. Whether it's introductions, thanks, refusals, goodbyes, or denials, somebody has put the sentiments you want to extend into words perfectly for you. Find them, memorize them, practice them to develop a reflexive response. In short, the stress and anxiety of social interactions can send some people into fight or flight, and the frontal lobe isn't so efficient in that state, so remove the need for it. Develop social reflexes. Just be sure to run your ideas through some real-life people with social skills you trust to be sure you don't start quoting the Joker or calling women lady. There's a few tips to engaging in a good conversation. Number 1. Listen. Listen to what the other person is telling you and let them finish before you reply. Ask questions. Ask questions about what the other person is talking about. This keeps the conversation going. Repeat back to the person what they told you. This shows the person that you listened to what they told you. Read nonverbal social cues. If you've been talking a while and the person whips out their phone, be quiet. Give the conversation a break. so you don't risk burning the person out. Some people are just easier to talk to than others too. If you are having a hard time having a conversation with someone because they're giving you short answers, it's likely their fault too. Maybe they are in a bad mood, or they are standoffish. I hope this helps. Go forth and converse. What if you just said, "What's happening? I'm happy to see you," and don't know how to respond? I was like this. Very shy when I was young. At some point somebody told me people like to talk about themselves, so just ask questions and then let them do the talking. That worked great for me, and eventually I grew out of my shell. I will say also, to get good at anything, you just need to do that thing, and know that it's going to feel awkward for a while, and that's okay. Don't ever say "came here to say this." By being a better listener, and asking them about what they say,